What is Terraform, and what is its main use?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform is an open-source infrastructure as code (IAC) tool used to define, provision, and manage infrastructure resources across multiple cloud providers. How does Terraform differ from other IAC tools like Ansible or CloudFormation?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform is declarative and focuses on infrastructure provisioning, whereas Ansible is procedural for configuration management. CloudFormation is AWS specific. What are Terraform providers?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Providers are plugins that enable interaction with various cloud platforms, services, or APIs. They act as the interface between Terraform and the infrastructure. What is a Terraform state file, and why is it important?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The state file stores information about the infrastructure resources Terraform manages. It helps track and manage infrastructure changes between deployments. How does Terraform handle dependencies between resources?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform automatically manages resource dependencies by creating a dependency graph, ensuring resources are created or destroyed in the correct order. What is the purpose of the Terraform init command?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform init command initializes a working directory by downloading the necessary providers and setting up the back-end configuration. How does Terraform handle changes in infrastructure?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform uses a plan and apply workflow. First, it shows the changes in a plan, Terraform plan, and then you can apply them with Terraform apply. What is the purpose of the Terraform plan command?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform plan command previews the changes that Terraform will make to the infrastructure, allowing review before applying them. Can you explain what Terraform modules are?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Modules in Terraform are reusable blocks of configuration that encapsulate resources. They help organize and reuse code efficiently. What is remote backend in Terraform, and why is it used?
3, 2, 1, 0.
A remote backend stores Terraform's state file remotely, enabling collaboration and providing security for state data. How does Terraform handle resource drift?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform detects resource drift, changes made outside Terraform, during the Terraform plan phase and shows differences between the actual and expected state. What is the purpose of the Terraform apply command?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform apply command executes the changes defined in the plan and provisions or modifies the resources accordingly. How can you use Terraform with multiple cloud providers?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform supports multiple cloud providers: AWS, Azure, GCP, by using provider blocks, allowing you to define and manage resources in different clouds. What is the use of Terraform destroy?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform destroy command removes all infrastructure resources defined in the Terraform configuration, cleaning up the environment. How does Terraform handle secrets and sensitive data?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform doesn't manage secrets directly but integrates with secret management tools, e.g., Vault, AWS Secrets Manager, and marks sensitive data in outputs. What are workspaces in Terraform, and when would you use them?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Workspaces allow Terraform to manage multiple environments, like dev, staging, prod, from the same configuration, each with its own state file. How does Terraform manage infrastructure across different regions?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform can manage resources in different regions by configuring multiple provider blocks or specifying the region within the resource definition. What is Terraform taint, and when would you use it?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform taint command marks a resource for destruction and recreation in the next Terraform apply. Useful when a resource is corrupted. How does Terraform manage rollbacks if an error occurs during apply?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform does not have an automatic rollback. You must manually correct issues and reapply or use Terraform destroy to remove failed resources. How does Terraform manage shared resources between teams?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Shared resources can be managed using remote state locking mechanisms and access control via backends like Terraform Cloud or third-party tools. What is the difference between count and for underscore each in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Count creates multiple resources based on an integer value, while for underscore each creates resources based on a map or set, allowing more flexibility in resource creation. How do you debug Terraform issues?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform provides a detailed output with tf_log for logging. Terraform plan for previewing issues and checking state files to debug problems. What is the use of Terraform output, and when do you use it?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform output command displays the output values defined in your configuration, such as public IP addresses or DNS names of created resources. What is the difference between Terraform apply and Terraform refresh?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform apply provisions changes, while Terraform refresh updates Terraform's state file with the latest information from the infrastructure but doesn't apply changes. How can you lock Terraform state?
3, 2, 1, 0.
State locking prevents simultaneous changes to the state file, usually enabled by default with backends like S3 and Terraform Cloud, to avoid race conditions. How does Terraform interact with Kubernetes?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform can manage Kubernetes clusters and resources using the Kubernetes provider, enabling infrastructure management for containerized applications. Can you explain the concept of drift detection in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Drift detection identifies infrastructure changes made outside of Terraform by comparing the real-world infrastructure to the state file during a Terraform plan. How can Terraform be used in conjunction with a CI/CD pipeline?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform can be integrated with CI/CD tools like Jenkins or GitLab to automate infrastructure provisioning as part of a build or deployment pipeline. What are data sources in Terraform, and how are they used?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Data sources allow Terraform to fetch information from external sources, e.g., AWS Amos, without creating new resources. They can be used for referencing existing infrastructure. How do you manage multiple environments in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Multiple environments can be managed using workspaces, separate state files, or modular configurations with different variable files for each environment. What is the difference between Terraform Validate and Terraform FMT?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform Validate checks the syntax and validity of the configuration files, while Terraform FMT automatically formats the configuration to canonical style. How can you ensure Terraform scripts are reusable?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform scripts can be made reusable by modularizing code into Terraform modules, parameterizing configurations, and using variables and outputs effectively. How does Terraform handle immutable infrastructure?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform provisions new infrastructure when changes are made, rather than modifying existing resources, ensuring immutability and avoiding configuration drift. What is the use of the Terraform graph command?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform graph command generates a visual graph of the resources and their dependencies, which can be used to understand the execution order. How does Terraform handle loops?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform uses count for underscore each, and for expressions to create loops in resource and module definitions, allowing for dynamic resource creation. What is the function of Terraform import?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform import brings existing infrastructure resources under Terraform management without needing to destroy and recreate them. How do you handle resource dependencies in Terraform when using modules?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Resource dependencies within modules are handled automatically by Terraform using implicit or explicit dependencies via depends _on or resource outputs. What is the purpose of Terraform refresh?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform refresh updates the Terraform state to reflect the latest real-world infrastructure. Status without applying any changes. How do you use Terraform output in another configuration?
3, 2, 1, 0.
You can pass output from one configuration to another using remote state data sources, enabling you to share data between different Terraform projects. How do you manage versioning of Terraform modules?
3, 2, 1, 0.
You can manage module versioning by specifying the version attribute in the module block, ensuring consistent deployments across environments. What is the difference between Terraform workspace and environment variables?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Workspaces allow multiple state files for different environments, while environment variables are used to customize configurations across environments. Can you explain the concept of resource targeting in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Resource targeting is done using the target flag during Terraform apply or Terraform plan, which applies or plans changes only for specific resources. How do you roll back infrastructure changes in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Rollbacks in Terraform can be done manually by correcting the configuration or state file and applying again, or by using Terraform destroy to start fresh. What are backend types in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Backend types like local, remote, and cloud, e.g., S3, GCS, Terraform Cloud, store the state file, enabling shared state and collaboration. How can you encrypt the Terraform state file?
3, 2, 1, 0.
State files can be encrypted using backends that support encryption, such as AWS S3 with SSE, server-side encryption, or Azure Blob Storage encryption. What are provisioners in Terraform, and when would you use them?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Provisioners are used to execute scripts or commands on a resource after it's created or destroyed, usually for bootstrapping or configuration management. Can you explain the role of remote state locking?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Remote state locking prevents simultaneous updates to the state file by using locking mechanisms, e.g., DynamoDB for S3 backend, to avoid race conditions. What is Terraform FMT, and why is it important?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform FMT formats your Terraform configuration files to adhere to a canonical style, improving readability and consistency across teams. What is the difference between Terraform Apply and Terraform Plan?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform Plan previews infrastructure changes without executing them, while Terraform Apply actually applies the changes to the infrastructure. How can you share modules between different Terraform projects?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform modules can be shared using version-controlled repositories like Git, or through Terraform Registry, which provides a centralized module catalog. How do you prevent accidental destruction of resources in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
You can use prevent_destroy lifecycle configuration to ensure resources are not destroyed, even when explicitly instructed to do so. How does Terraform handle multi-provider configurations?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform supports multi-provider configurations by declaring separate provider blocks for each cloud platform or service and referencing them in resource blocks. What is the use of the Terraform lock command?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform lock command ensures that only one process can modify the state file at a time, protecting it from race conditions or conflicts. How does Terraform manage outputs?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform outputs allow you to export values from the configuration that can be used by other Terraform configurations or CI/CD pipelines. How do you use Terraform state MV?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform state MV command moves resources between modules or renames resources within the Terraform state without changing infrastructure. Can Terraform be used with Docker?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Yes. Terraform has a Docker provider that enables the management of Docker containers, images, and networks as part of infrastructure as code. What are lifecycle blocks in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Lifecycle blocks control the behavior of resources, such as creating, updating, or destroying resources under specific conditions, e.g., create_before_destroy. How does Terraform support IAC best practices?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform promotes best practices by enabling modular infrastructure, version control, and automated deployments, ensuring consistency and reducing manual errors. Can you use conditional logic in Terraform configurations?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Yes. Terraform supports conditional expressions using count and for underscore each for resources or variables, allowing dynamic configurations. How do you ensure Terraform configurations are idempotent?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform's declarative syntax ensures idempotency by converging infrastructure to the desired state, no matter how many times you apply the configuration. What is a remote backend in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
A remote backend stores the Terraform state file remotely, allowing collaboration and enhanced security. Common examples are AWS S3 and Terraform Cloud. Can you explain Terraform Taint and its use case?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform Taint marks a resource for destruction and recreation during the next apply, typically used to replace faulty or misconfigured resources. How do you manage environment-specific configurations in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use variable files, TFVARs, environment variables, or workspaces to manage different configurations across environments like dev, staging, and production. How does Terraform handle conditional resource creation?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform uses conditional expressions with count or for underscore each arguments to control whether a resource should be created based on some conditions. How can you version control Terraform state files?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform state files can be version controlled through backends like AWS S3 with versioning enabled or using Terraform Cloud, which provides state versioning. What is the role of a provider block in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The provider block defines the API interactions between Terraform and a specific cloud service, e.g., AWS, Azure, and is required for every configuration. Can Terraform modules call other modules?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Yes. Terraform supports nested modules, allowing one module to call another for better modularization and code reuse. How does Terraform Plan help in cost estimation?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Using certain providers like AWS, you can integrate cost estimation into the Terraform plan to estimate the cost of provisioning or changes to resources. How do you pass variables between Terraform configurations?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Variables can be passed between configurations using outputs from one configuration and data sources to import them into another configuration. How do you use the Terraform apply auto approve flag?
3, 2, 1, 0.
This flag applies changes without asking for manual confirmation, often used in automation or CI/CD pipelines. What is Terraform validate, and why is it useful?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform validate checks the syntax and structure of your Terraform configuration files before you apply them, catching errors early. How does Terraform handle state drift?
3, 2, 1, 0.
State drift occurs when real infrastructure changes outside of Terraform. Terraform Plan and Terraform Apply detect and reconcile state drift. What are the limitations of Terraform import?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform import only imports existing resources into state. It does not generate configuration files for the resources, requiring manual configuration. How does Terraform handle secret management?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform itself does not manage secrets but integrates with secret management services like AWS Secrets Manager, HashiCorp Vault, or Azure Key Vault. How do you troubleshoot Terraform errors?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Errors can be troubleshooted using the Terraform Plan, Terraform Apply, and Terraform Debug commands, along with checking logs and Terraform documentation. What are resource lifecycle hooks, and how are they used in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Resource lifecycle hooks like create _ before _ destroy control the order of resource creation and destruction to prevent downtime or other issues. How do you manage dependencies between resources in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform automatically manages dependencies based on resource references. But you can also explicitly define dependencies using the depends_on argument. What is the use of Terraform state pool?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform state pool retrieves the current remote state and outputs it in JSON format, allowing for manual inspection of the state file. Can you explain the use of the lock equals false flag in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The lock equals false flag disables state locking, allowing multiple operations simultaneously, though it should be used with caution to avoid conflicting changes. What is the difference between local exec and remote exec provisioners?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Local exec runs commands on the local machine where Terraform is executed, while remote exec runs commands on the target machine created by Terraform. How do you migrate Terraform state from one backend to another?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use Terraform init migrate state to move state between backends, ensuring a smooth transition from one state storage system to another. Can you define the purpose of the Terraform force unlock command?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform force unlock command manually unlocks the Terraform state file when automatic unlocking fails, typically after an aborted apply or plan. How can Terraform configurations be modularized?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform configurations can be modularized by creating reusable modules that define infrastructure components and can be called multiple times in various environments. How do you ensure sensitive data like passwords are not exposed in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
You can use sensitive input variables and outputs, integrate with secret management tools, and ensure the state file is encrypted when using a remote backend. What is the significance of Terraform show?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform show provides a human-readable output of the Terraform state or plan file, helping users to review and inspect the current state of their infrastructure. What are dynamic blocks, and how do you use them?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Dynamic blocks in Terraform allow you to programmatically generate nested blocks based on the number of elements in a list or map. What is Terraform workspace, and when is it used?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform workspaces are used to manage different states for the same configuration, typically used for different environments, e.g., dev, staging, prod. How do you lock Terraform state files?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform uses back-end mechanisms, e.g., DynamoDB for AWS, to implement state file locking, preventing simultaneous modifications to the state. What does Terraform FMT do?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform FMT formats Terraform configuration files to the canonical format, improving readability and consistency. How do you import an existing resource into Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use Terraform import to bring an existing resource into Terraform's state without creating it from scratch. Manual configuration is still required. Can you explain the count parameter in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The count parameter allows the creation of multiple instances of a resource based on a defined number, enabling loop-like behavior in resource creation. What is a backend block in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The backend block in Terraform defines where and how Terraform stores its state file, such as locally, in S3, or in Terraform Cloud. How can you perform a dry run in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use Terraform Plan to simulate and preview changes without actually applying them, helping to verify configuration correctness before execution. What are resource providers in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Resource providers are plugins that define interactions between Terraform and cloud services or platforms, allowing Terraform to manage those resources. How does Terraform handle versioning of modules?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform supports versioning of modules using the version argument in the module block, ensuring a specific module version is used. What are the best practices for structuring Terraform projects?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Best practices include modularizing configurations, using version control, managing state remotely, and naming resources and variables consistently. Can you explain the use of Terraform Refresh?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform Refresh updates the Terraform state to reflect the actual infrastructure, syncing the state file with real-world changes made outside of Terraform. What is the purpose of Terraform lock.hcl file?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform lock.hcl ensures that Terraform uses the same versions of providers across different runs, providing consistency and avoiding version conflicts. How do you handle circular dependencies in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Circular dependencies can be resolved by breaking the cycle using the depends underscore on argument or restructuring the configuration to separate resources. How does Terraform ensure infrastructure immutability?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform enforces immutability by replacing rather than modifying existing resources, ensuring no drift or manual changes to infrastructure configurations. How does Terraform handle state file consistency?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform ensures consistency by using state locking mechanisms, detecting changes in state, and reconciling drift during Terraform plan and apply. What is Terraform Graph, and how is it used?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform graph generates a visual representation of Terraform's resource dependencies, which can be used to understand relationships and order of operations. Can you explain the use of the for underscore each argument in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
For underscore each is used to iterate over maps or sets to create multiple instances of resources, providing more control than the count argument. How does Terraform manage module outputs?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform modules expose specific outputs to pass information, e.g., IP addresses, DNS names, between modules or configurations. What is Terraform state list, and how does it help?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform state list lists all resources tracked by Terraform in the state file, helping you to understand what is currently being managed. How do you deal with breaking changes in Terraform providers?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use provider versioning in the configuration file and test new versions in isolated environments to ensure compatibility before applying them to production. What is the significance of the required underscore providers block?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The required underscore providers block specifies which providers and their versions are necessary for the configuration, ensuring that the correct plugins are used. How do you manage secret outputs in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Mark outputs as sensitive, and store Terraform state files securely, e.g., encrypting the state in remote backends, to protect sensitive output values. What are local values in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Local values are variables within a configuration that store intermediate values, simplifying configurations and avoiding repetition. How can you automate Terraform deployments in a CI/CD pipeline?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform can be integrated with CI/CD pipelines using tools like Jenkins, GitLab CI, or GitHub Actions. Combined with Terraform Apply Auto Approve. How does Terraform handle provider authentication?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Providers handle authentication using environment variables, credentials files, or Terraform's built-in authentication methods, like AWS IAM roles. What is the purpose of Terraform State MV?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform State MV moves resources between state files or renames resources within the same state. Useful when refactoring or splitting configurations. What is the use of Terraform State Room?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform State Room removes resources from the Terraform state without affecting the actual infrastructure. Useful for removing obsolete or unmanaged resources. How does Terraform handle multi-cloud deployments?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform allows managing resources across multiple clouds by using different providers within the same configuration file. Can you explain Terraform Taint and its use cases?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform Taint marks a resource for destruction and recreation on the next apply. Useful for forcing a resource to be replaced. How can you upgrade provider versions in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Provider versions can be upgraded by adjusting the version constraint in the required _providers block and running Terraform init to download the new version. What is the purpose of Terraform Apply Target?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform Apply Target allows applying changes only to a specific resource or module. Useful for incremental deployments or testing specific changes. How do you manage drift detection in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform detects drift when you run Terraform plan, comparing the state file to the actual infrastructure, highlighting discrepancies for correction. What is the lifecycle block, and how is it used?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The lifecycle block controls the lifecycle of a resource, allowing configuration of behaviors like preventing deletion, prevent_destroy, or creation timing. How does Terraform handle conditional expressions?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Conditional expressions, if and else, allow you to create dynamic configurations by applying conditions to resource creation based on variable values. Can you explain the difference between count and for _each?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Count works with integers and creates multiple instances of the same resource, while for _each allows iteration over maps or sets, offering more flexibility. How do you manage dependencies between modules in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Dependencies can be managed by using output values from one module as input to another, or by explicitly declaring dependencies using depends_on. What is a data source in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Data sources allow you to fetch information from existing infrastructure resources outside of Terraform's control and use them in your configuration. How do you handle Terraform remote state data access?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform remote state data can be accessed by configuring a backend to store the state remotely, e.g., S3, Azure Storage, and then using Terraform_remote_state. What is a backend in Terraform, and what are its benefits?
3, 2, 1, 0.
A backend determines how Terraform loads and stores state data, offering benefits like collaboration, security, and recovery when using remote storage. How does Terraform handle resource renaming?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Resources can be renamed in the configuration file, but the corresponding state needs to be updated using Terraform state MV to avoid resource recreation. What is the purpose of Terraform Destroy?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform Destroy removes all resources managed by Terraform. Tearing down the infrastructure, often used in cleanup or decommissioning environments. Can you explain Terraform Refresh and how it works?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform Refresh updates the Terraform state file to reflect the actual infrastructure, ensuring the state file remains accurate and up to date. How do you handle environment-specific configurations in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use Terraform TFVARS files or environment variables to define environment-specific values, allowing for dynamic configuration based on the environment. What is a Sentinel policy in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Sentinel policies are rules applied in Terraform Enterprise or Cloud that enforce governance controls on Terraform operations, ensuring compliance and security. How does Terraform output work, and when is it used?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform output retrieves output values defined in the configuration, allowing you to access and use values generated during resource creation. How does Terraform Graph help with understanding dependencies?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform Graph generates a visual graph of resource dependencies, which can be helpful in understanding execution order and troubleshooting complex setups. What is the significance of using the provider block in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The provider block configures the necessary credentials and settings to interact with a particular cloud or service provider's API for resource management. How do you handle shared modules across projects in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Shared modules can be stored in a central repository like GitHub or Terraform registry, allowing teams to reuse pre-built configurations across projects. How do you reference outputs from one module in another in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Module outputs can be referenced using the module's name followed by the output variable. Module less than module underscore name greater than less than output underscore name greater than. Enabling data sharing. Can you explain the Terraform validate command?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform validate checks the syntax and configuration files for correctness, ensuring no syntax errors before attempting to apply changes. How does Terraform ensure resource replacement?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Resources are replaced by marking them as tainted using Terraform taint, or by Terraform detecting changes that require recreation during the plan phase. What is Terraform login, and why is it used?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform login authenticates a user with Terraform Cloud or Enterprise, allowing them to interact with remote state management and run securely. How do you manage secrets in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Secrets can be managed by using secure methods like environment variables, Vault, or cloud-specific secret management services, avoiding hard coding in code. Can you explain what Terraform Untaint does?
3,
Terraform untaint reverses a previously tainted resource, preventing it from being destroyed and recreated in the next apply. How can you execute Terraform commands non-interactively?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use the auto-approve flag with commands like apply and destroy to bypass the interactive approval prompt. Automating the process in CI/CD pipelines. How do you manage dynamic blocks in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Dynamic blocks allow creating complex configurations that generate multiple nested blocks, dynamically based on conditionals or variable data. What is Terraform State Show, and how is it useful?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform State Show displays detailed information about a resource in the state file, helping you debug or review specific resource details. How can you import existing infrastructure into Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use the Terraform import command to bring existing infrastructure under Terraform management, allowing you to manage resources that were created outside of Terraform. What are variables in Terraform, and why are they useful?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Variables in Terraform allow parameterizing configurations, making them reusable and adaptable for different environments or scenarios. How do you use Terraform workspaces?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Workspaces allow you to manage multiple states within the same configuration, enabling different environments, like staging and production, using the same code base. What is the role of Terraform providers?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Providers are responsible for understanding API interactions and exposing resources for Terraform to manage, acting as plugins for different cloud services. How can you handle version conflicts in Terraform modules?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use version constraints in the required underscore providers or source attributes within the module configuration to manage and prevent version conflicts. What are locals in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Locals are variables that are defined for use within a module or configuration, allowing for cleaner code and avoiding repetition of complex expressions. How do you perform testing in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Testing can be performed using tools like Terraform Plan to simulate changes, or third-party tools like Terratest for more comprehensive testing. What are Terraform modules?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Modules are reusable configurations that encapsulate resources and can be called from other configurations, promoting dry, don't repeat yourself principles. How do you specify input variables in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Input variables can be specified through Terraform TFVARS files, command line options, or environment variables, allowing for flexible configuration. Can you explain the difference between Terraform Init and Terraform Apply?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform init initializes a Terraform working directory by downloading necessary provider plugins and setting up the backend, while Terraform apply creates or updates infrastructure based on the configuration. How do you define dependencies in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Dependencies are automatically managed by Terraform based on resource references, but can also be explicitly defined using the depends_on attribute. What is a provider alias in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Provider aliases allow multiple configurations of the same provider to be used in a single configuration file, enabling interaction with different accounts or regions. How do you set environment variables for Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Environment variables can be set in the terminal or command line before running Terraform commands, affecting variables and provider settings. What is a Terraform module registry?
3, 2, 1, 0.
A module registry is a repository of reusable Terraform modules that can be shared publicly or privately, facilitating collaboration and reuse across projects. Can you explain the Terraform state command?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform state command is used to manage Terraform's state file, allowing you to inspect, modify, or delete resources tracked by Terraform. How do you manage Terraform state files securely?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Secure state files by using remote backends with access controls, encrypting state data, and restricting access to only authorized users or processes. What are the advantages of using Terraform Cloud?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform Cloud offers collaboration features, remote state management, governance controls, and CI/CD integration, improving team workflows and resource management. How does Terraform handle JSON configuration files?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform can accept JSON formatted configuration files, allowing users to define resources in JSON syntax as an alternative to the hydrogen chloride language. What is a Terraform plan, and how is it used?
3, 2, 1, 0.
A Terraform plan previews changes that will be made to the infrastructure, providing a detailed view of resource modifications before they are applied. How do you configure API access in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
API access is configured in the provider block, where you define credentials such as access keys, tokens, and regions needed to interact with the cloud service. Can you explain the purpose of Terraform Validate?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform Validate checks the syntax and integrity of the Terraform files, ensuring that they are correctly formatted and free from errors before deployment. How do you configure Terraform to use multiple providers?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Multiple providers can be configured in the same Terraform configuration file by defining separate Provider blocks for each service with appropriate aliases if necessary. How do you implement rollbacks in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Rollbacks can be implemented by restoring a previous state file or using Terraform apply to revert to a previous configuration version. What is a remote backend, and why would you use one?
3, 2, 1, 0.
A remote backend stores the Terraform state file remotely, allowing for team collaboration, state locking, and enhanced security for sensitive infrastructure data. How do you optimize Terraform configuration for performance?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Optimize performance by avoiding unnecessary resources, using locals for repeated expressions, and organizing modules effectively to reduce complexity. What is the Terraform workspace command?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform workspace command manages multiple workspaces within a single Terraform configuration, allowing for better environment isolation. How do you integrate Terraform with CI/CD pipelines?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform can be integrated into CI/CD pipelines by executing Terraform init, plan, and apply commands in pipeline scripts to automate infrastructure provisioning. What is the purpose of Terraform output command?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform output command retrieves and displays output variables defined in the configuration, providing information about created resources. How do you ensure compliance with Terraform configurations?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use Sentinel policies or third-party tools to enforce compliance rules on Terraform configurations, ensuring that all infrastructure adheres to standards. What is a Terraform state lock?
3, 2, 1, 0.
A state lock prevents concurrent operations on the same state file, ensuring consistency and preventing conflicting changes during Terraform commands. How do you use variable files in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Variable files can be specified using the var file option when running Terraform commands, allowing you to load variables from different TFVARS files. What is the purpose of Terraform graph?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform graph generates a visual representation of the dependency graph for resources in the configuration, helping to understand resource relationships. How do you manage sensitive data in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Sensitive data can be managed using the sensitive attribute for variables and outputs, or by using tools like HashiCorp Vault for secret management. What is the difference between Terraform Apply and Terraform Destroy?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform Apply creates or updates resources based on the configuration, while Terraform Destroy removes resources managed by Terraform. How do you use conditional expressions in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Conditional expressions allow you to execute different expressions based on a Boolean condition, improving the flexibility of resource definitions. What is the purpose of Terraform Taint?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform Taint marks a resource for recreation on the next apply, indicating that it should be destroyed and recreated to ensure the latest configuration is applied. How can you manage and reuse Terraform configurations?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use modules to encapsulate reusable configurations and variables, allowing for easy sharing and maintenance across multiple projects. What are output variables in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Output variables allow you to extract information from your Terraform state, which can be used in other configurations or displayed after an apply operation. How do you implement tagging in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Tags can be implemented by adding a tags argument to resources in the configuration, enabling organization and cost tracking in cloud environments. What is the significance of the Terraform state command?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform state command allows users to inspect and manipulate the state file, which is crucial for understanding the current infrastructure state managed by Terraform. How do you create custom modules in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Custom modules are created by defining a new directory containing Terraform configuration files, which can be reused across projects and teams. What is the use of Terraform console?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform console opens an interactive console to evaluate expressions and access Terraform state, facilitating quick testing and experimentation. How can you prevent unintentional resource modifications in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use the lifecycle block with the prevent_destroy argument to protect critical resources from being destroyed unintentionally during an apply operation. What are data sources in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Data sources allow Terraform to fetch data from external sources, e.g., AWS, Azure, and use that data in resource definitions without managing those resources directly. How do you set provider configuration options dynamically in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use variables or local values to configure provider settings dynamically based on the environment or other criteria, enhancing flexibility. Can you explain the concept of resource lifecycle in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Resource lifecycle defines how Terraform manages resources, including create, update, and delete actions, as well as additional behaviors like ignoring changes or preventing destruction. How can you use Terraform apply in a non-interactive way?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use the auto-approve flag with Terraform apply to bypass the interactive approval prompt, allowing for automation in CI/CD pipelines. What is the difference between Terraform Plan and Terraform Apply?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform Plan previews the changes that will be made without applying them, while Terraform Apply executes those changes and modifies the infrastructure accordingly. How do you use provider version constraints in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Specify version constraints in the provider block using operators like greater than equals, less than, or equals to ensure compatibility with desired versions of the provider. What are Terraform workspaces and when would you use them?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Workspaces enable managing different states for the same configuration, useful for separating environments like development, staging, and production. How do you handle dependency cycles in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Dependency cycles can be resolved by refactoring resource dependencies, using depends _ to explicitly define dependencies, or restructuring the configuration. How do you configure a backend for remote state storage?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Define a backend block in your Terraform configuration to specify the type of backend, e.g., S3, Azure Blob, and its configuration details. Can you explain what Terraform Init does?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform Init prepares the working directory for other commands by downloading provider plugins, initializing the backend, and setting up the state file. How do you use environment variables to configure Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use the tf_var_ prefix to set environment variables that correspond to input variables in your Terraform configuration for dynamic configuration. What is the function of the Terraform workspace select command?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform workspace select command changes the current workspace to another existing workspace, allowing you to switch between different state management contexts. How can you define multiple resources of the same type in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use a count or for _ each argument to define multiple instances of a resource, allowing for dynamic resource creation based on a specified number or collection. What are sensitive variables in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Sensitive variables are those that contain sensitive information, e.g., passwords, and are marked as sensitive to prevent them from being displayed in logs or outputs. How do you define locals in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Locals are defined using the locals block, allowing you to create named values that can be reused throughout the configuration, improving maintainability. How do you handle resource drift in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Resource drift can be managed by regularly running Terraform Plan to detect changes made outside of Terraform and using Terraform Apply to reconcile the state. What is the difference between provisioners and providers in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Provisioners are used to execute scripts on a local or remote resource after it is created, while providers are responsible for managing the life cycle of resources. What is the purpose of Terraform FMT?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform FMT formats Terraform configuration files to a canonical format and style, ensuring consistency and readability across files. How can you manage multiple environments in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use different workspaces or separate Terraform configurations for each environment, e.g., dev, staging, prod, to manage resources independently. What are Terraform import commands used for?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform import is used to import existing infrastructure into Terraform management, allowing you to bring unmanaged resources under Terraform control. How do you handle version control for Terraform configurations?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Store Terraform configurations in a version control system, e.g., Git, to track changes, collaborate with others, and maintain a history of configurations. What are meta-arguments in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Meta-arguments are special arguments that can be used within resource blocks to modify the behavior of resources, such as count, provider, and lifecycle. How can you create a null underscore resource in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
A null underscore resource is a resource that does not create any real resources. It's often used for triggering provisioners or managing dependencies between resources. What is the significance of the Terraform plan output?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The output of Terraform plan shows a preview of changes that will be made to the infrastructure, helping to identify potential issues before applying changes. How do you define a provider in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
A provider is defined in the configuration file with a block that specifies the type of provider, e.g., AWS, Azure, and any required configuration options. What account, index and for underscore each in resource definitions?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Count. Index is used to reference the current index in a loop when creating multiple instances of a resource, while for underscore each allows creating resources based on a collection. How do you set up a backend for state management?
3, 2, 1, 0.
A backend is configured in the Terraform configuration file, specifying where the state file should be stored, e.g., S3, Azure Blob Storage, and its configuration settings. How do you handle exceptions in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use the try function to catch exceptions in expressions, allowing for graceful handling of errors and default values in the configuration. What is the role of the Terraform workspace new command?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform workspace new creates a new workspace, allowing for the isolation of states and resources for different environments or purposes. What are resource blocks in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Resource blocks define the infrastructure resources that Terraform will manage, specifying the type of resource and its configuration parameters. How can you use interpolation in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Interpolation allows you to reference variables, resource attributes, or outputs within strings, enabling dynamic configurations based on existing values. What is the difference between Terraform init and Terraform apply?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Terraform init initializes the working directory for Terraform commands, while Terraform apply executes the changes defined in the configuration. How can you validate a Terraform configuration?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Use the Terraform validate command to check the syntax and integrity of the Terraform configuration files, ensuring they can be applied successfully. What is the significance of the Terraform directory?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform directory is created in the working directory to store Terraform's internal data, such as plugins, workspace state, and the back-end configuration. How do you configure custom providers in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Custom providers can be configured by creating a provider block with the necessary attributes and ensuring the provider plugin is installed and accessible. What is the purpose of the Terraform workspace list command?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform workspace list command displays a list of all existing workspaces, indicating which workspace is currently selected. How do you use the depends underscore on argument?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The depends underscore on argument explicitly specifies dependencies between resources, ensuring that Terraform creates or destroys them in the correct order. What are the benefits of using remote backends for state storage?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Remote backends provide enhanced security, team collaboration, state locking, and redundancy for managing Terraform states across multiple users and environments. How do you implement lifecycle hooks in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Lifecycle hooks are implemented using the lifecycle block within a resource definition, allowing for customization of create, update, and delete behaviors. How do you define multiple outputs in Terraform?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Multiple outputs can be defined by creating multiple output blocks in the configuration, each specifying a different name and value to return after apply. What is the function of the Terraform state list command?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform state list command displays all resources managed by Terraform in the current state file, providing visibility into the infrastructure managed. How can you pass input variables through the command line?
3, 2, 1,
Input variables can be passed using the var flag followed by the variable assignment. E.g., var instance underscore type equals t2 micro. When running Terraform apply or plan. What is the purpose of the Terraform workspace delete command?
3, 2, 1, 0.
The Terraform workspace delete command removes an existing workspace and its associated state, allowing for cleanup of unused workspaces in Terraform. How do you ensure a consistent configuration with Terraform Validate?
3, 2, 1, 0.
Running Terraform Validate checks for syntax errors and ensures that the configuration adheres to Terraform's rules, promoting consistency and reducing errors.